Welcome everyone. Today I want to break down, a few ways in which we can get more direction in our life. More so than my last episode, I want to break down further, get more granular with how we can upgrade our life. Can we update our subscription or something on our life and just, get it more modernized, just new and improved, just like that. Somebody asked me the other day if I genuinely liked what I do. And it got me thinking a lot because I think we're all just so caught up in, just going through life. I talked, I think in the last episode it was about, just like having routine and yada yada and not really getting clarity of where we're trying to go. But even so, have we ever really thought about, do we genuinely like where we're at or what we're doing? Like, maybe we're working our dream job. Maybe we're doing our job right now that we went to college for 12 years to do. And are you honestly happy? Is this really what you want to be doing, even though this is what you spent the last 12 years working towards? Is it making you happy? Is it fulfilling your needs? Maybe you're working a 9-to-5 job just so that way you can focus on what it is that you really want to do, but that's paying the bills, but you're just working it until you can actually execute what you're doing. But are you actually working towards executing what you want to do? Is what you're doing making you happy? There's so many ways to look at this. The bottom line is, are you actually happy with where you're at and what you're doing? And I think almost every single person is going to say no. Almost every single person is probably going to say no. Whether you're a supervisor in your job, maybe that's something that you worked really hard to get to that position. But is that still what you really want to be doing? And here's the thing. I know, at the end of the day, is any position here on earth really what we really want to be doing? Even if, you start living the life of your dreams, doing all the things that you want to do. You can look at celebrities, and they're still not happy, right? They're still really not that happy. You can have all the fame and success and money that you want. At what point do you realize, okay, this is not really the goal. This is not really the dream. What you really, really want truly is fulfillment. But where do you get that? Where do you get the clarity of the fulfillment that you're looking for? Truly, I believe that it all comes down, and believe me, I did not believe this for a long time, but I'm starting to believe this now, is it comes down to when we finally just decide, and I know this is so cliche, but decide that everything is great. And it's not like, I'm fine, it's fine, everything is fine. But when you really just come to terms with accepting, this is it. I'm there. Because you're never gonna be happy. There's always gonna be something happening. Say you finally get the career that you have been longing for. You finally go full time doing your entertainment gigs. But then maybe you get diagnosed with something. Maybe then your grandma dies. Maybe then your best friend moves away. Life is so unforeseen. We don't know what's going to happen next. As soon as we get clarity on one goal, the next thing changes. You can't control it. You just can't. And I think that I want to be really real with the fact that this is the case, because I don't want to put out there that, once you get clarity on where you're dream goals are, and then that gets better, then like everything miraculously falls into place. I'm not trying to be, fake about that, because it's not always the case. I think like in that category of your life, yes, and that is where I come into play. That's what I'm here to help you with. That's what I'm here to help you with. But the truth is, it's not going, and I'm not trying to downplay what I'm doing. Like, yes, that will 1,000% change your life in so many ways, because if you got out of your 9-to-5 job or your career that you hate, that is not fulfilling you, yeah, that can in and of itself change your life. It can. And maybe that's something that you care about more than anything else that could potentially befall you. And in that case, that's amazing. But at the same time, you can't put too much emphasis on that, because then what happens? What happens next? And I want you to be really real with yourself about that. That is that truly going to change your life in every way that you want it to? By the way, I want to encourage you to follow me on almost any social media platform at Make Waves Coach. And also check out my social media at Mermaid Cassandra as my own entertainment platform on almost any social media platform. And also check out my podcast, Make Waves Coach, Mermaid Cassandra, available every place podcasts are found. Check that out right now. The links are in the description below. But also, I want to just, go back to what I was saying in the sense that, and I'm not trying to be like a Debbie Downer, I'm really not. I just wanted to talk about the fact that, this is so possible, because I strive to come on here and be like, this is how to change your life, and it does. But I also want you to realize that your life is going to change in so many more ways that this cannot impact. And I want you to know that, like, kind of go into it expecting that, when one area of your life, is this like physics or what? Because honestly, I don't know how else to explain it. Like, when one aspect of your life starts going really well, then something else is going to go off. Like, and I don't want to go into that, like, negatively thinking that, because then it's going to throw everything off, right? But at the same time, does it not happen? The bottom line here that I'm trying to get at is that we need to come to terms within ourselves that we're not going to let whatever tries to throw us off of our dreams, off of our goals. It's not going to affect our internal happiness and our internal value. Because that is where everything starts to spiral. I've realized very much recently the importance of just staying positive, and I don't mean that in a cliche way, but how much impact it has truly to just keep going and just stay positive, because when you start to spiral, you start seeing everything through that negative lens. And I'm not trying to make this episode right now come off like that, but I'm trying to be transparent about the fact that this is true, that when you start to see things negatively, everything else follows. When you can see things positively through the lens of everything is working out for my benefit, I know that things are not always going to go as expected, but that's okay. I can handle it. Because I have found my internal happiness, and I know that I have what it takes to get through when something tries to deter me off my path. Right? And I think that for some of us, I think for everyone actually, what that looks like is following in our own authenticity. And I think that, and I'm not trying to say, like get out of not getting out of your 9-to-5 job and going full-time with entertainment is gonna fix this or not gonna fix this. What I'm trying to say though is the fact that if that is something that is not authentic to you, yeah, you're gonna be really unfulfilled because it's not authentic to you. And if being an entertainer full-time is something that is authentic to you, yeah, I think you're gonna be a lot more fulfilled, and maybe you're gonna have a lot better of an outlook on life, because it takes sometimes just going through like a drastic change and getting swallowed up into something that you know was so destined for you to realize that you believe there is actually something greater out there. Something greater than life, greater than working a corporate job or working at a hospital the rest of your life or whatever it is that you might be doing. There is so much more out there, and there is so much more for you, and that literally has your name on it. And that when you hone into that authenticity and you let that impact you so greatly, that there is so much more to life, I think you will realize when you step into that, authenticity, when you step onto your path. And I know I have been in this situation so many times when my goal is nowhere near being executed, but when I am on that path, I can feel it in my soul, in my heart. I just know that I'm on that path, and there is no greater feeling in the world than knowing that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So I want to let that sit with you. Comment below how that might resonate with you today, and how can you apply that into your week. Let me know in the comments below. I'm super curious to hear that. I want to encourage you guys to check out my social media. Again, the links are in the description below. And stay tuned for next week, and go out there and make waves. Mwah!